Don't turn around.
They pick up a puck. They find another solution to the Pango. It was banned out second phase last time by Arkoush.
I guess you can always take 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
What can you do?
You can shift that Pango to position 5 this time around. Even though he had relatively good time as a 4, it's okay to tank one of those ultis, especially if you can survive after that. But they also decided to go with the Razor, which is Oracle's better heroes, I would say. Watching his stream, he plays it well. It goes for a bit of a different item build every single time I see it. No surprise.
Were you a fan of the Solar Crest last game?
Nah, I was a bit, what the hell's happening? You're supposed to scale, you need to be a core. You're not playing that position 4, maybe even 5, but yeah, saved him that one time when he tried to TP the extra armor.
That was about it, I think, but...
Yeah, just the extra armor.
I don't know, that one Treant may have done 70 more damage to a tower, perhaps.
Well, they're banning out the Furion. So what's going to be their next lane-winning core here?
What's a monkey hero?
It could be Monkey.
It could be Monkey.
That's a great lane winner.
It is. I like the rat concept, though. How about some lone druid? Is that hero completely dead?
Maybe they can play it without their stats. Something similar to Shadow Fiend, stats, Massive Madness.
Some 0-1-1 stats max build.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty cool. I doubt we'll see it. You never know.
Well, actually, because what is his middle spell called now? What's his W called? It's like
Spirit Link.
Spirit Link,
Link,
yeah. So he's going to be giving lifesteal to nothing, but Actually, whatever happened to Lycan on that topic? Because Lycan was semi-popular during TI. Obviously the Necrobook nerf hurt, but Wolfbite plus Tiny was popping off like crazy. And now I just haven't seen Lycan at all in any of the DPCs.
Tiny got nerfed, Ags got nerfed. That's pretty much it. Maybe something else got nerfed for Lycan.
Nerfs, and I think the hero was starting to not be picked as much towards the end of TI. I mean, LGD played it in that final game, but if you think about a lot of the series before that and a lot of the games, there were a decent amount of teams that just didn't play that hero a lot or stopped playing it. I think, one, you need a very proficient Lycan player. You need to be able to micro the wolves and maximize, like, send them to the early runes, be annoying, give vision on the map. So you need a competent Lycan player, and then your team needs to understand how to play around his item timings, because he has to be able to use them to take over the map or get a Roche or take a proper team fight. Because the hero's, he's a buffer, he's a utility hero. He's not just some, if he wins his lane and gets really fat, he's just going to kill everybody.
Yeah, gotta be good with micro, go into options, select all other units. Choose a key for it, click your ulti and press attack on a hero that you have a vision of. That's the micro that you need.
Are you a unified unit orders where you hold down control to control every
I hold control, yeah.
Hell yeah, same here.
Okay, Jakiro was banned out in the previous game. This time around, Arkoush Gaming, they managed to get their hands on the hero. I would love to see some kind of instant stun for Arkoush Gaming, something from the offlane. If this Pango is a 4, if they decide to go with a support, I would love to see something like a disruptor, any kind of silence, something that can catch puck. If they don't go for more like a traditional offlane style of a hero, I don't mind sanking, but you're picking blindly, and then you have like 2 melee heroes if this Pangolier is position 4, but they can shift it to 5, play Jakiro as a 4. Some options are available. Snapfire, though, I mean, you can talk about Snapfire, or I could talk for about another 30 seconds, because this hero is just too good. And I think in this patch, in the previous patch, Season 2, even Season 1, Snapfire plus Lion was my favorite combo, something that T1 ran multiple times. I think this time around we might see a bit more of like Snapfire plus a Grimstroke, because like it's a similar concept where 2 heroes can always do stuff on the map. They're strong laners, they scale really well into the mid, even late game, deciding which items you're gonna pick up. Okay, it's not a stun, but it's also silence, something that can control puck.
I mean, Snap has some interactions that are pretty nice for Tricky, right? You can cookie the guy who gets smoke clouded or purged or whatever. So it's kind of a built-in 4-staff. Puck Coil is extremely good versus that hero. So is Grip and Sleep. Basically anything that locks Ricky down, leeches him, gives you the setup. I don't think it's the easiest Ricky game. Could be offlane Ricky, though. There's the Meteor Hammer
Sleeping Dart.
Wait until 20 minutes for Sleeping Dart to win the game, which it is a very strong build if the game is evenish when you get there. And it's really annoying for Puck, because you can't get rid of the Sleeping Dart once you're Sleeping Darted. Ice Path follow-up.
You
Oracle's there with the
could
Link.
use another sleep as a save. Like this is REM phase from Bane.
Yeah, you can ultra sleep him.
Yeah.
Then it wakes him up. He's so slept that he's no longer sleeping.
That's right, you took too much Ambien, and then you wake up in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, what the hell happened last
What
night?
happens if you sleep Bane sleep? Do you actually know?
I have no
I
clue.
think the later sleep overwrites the previous sleep.
That's what I would assume. But we don't get to see it a lot. It could
We
also
don't.
just be carry Ricky. It's like people think of it as a traditional Mars counter. 'Cause you hit him from behind, right? What is
Yeah,
your
same
bulwark
for
doing?
like Ricky was considered as a counter to Bristleback. So yeah, pretty much the same concept you want to apply.
Wait, what?
No, I mean from the front. Never mind. No, Bristle was counter to Ricky
Right.
when Ricky was popular. I'm just thinking ahead and sounding stupid. Nothing unusual for
Nothing.
me.
This is another day in the
I
life.
do like the Beast ban. I was thinking about the Beast on the Ricky slot actually, because I don't think EG has that good of a lane setup to deal with it necessarily, and it's one of these heroes that again can make the game easier for you to play. If Arkoush is looking to pull an upset, Beast is a hero that can actually give them a way to play the map easier, see things, annoying summons that maybe Jack can't interact with on this Bane, right?
So you liked it with Ricky specifically because he gets.
No, I don't like
vision?
it with Ricky.
Oh, okay.
I was saying in the slot where they picked Ricky.
Ah,
I was thinking
okay,
they could have
okay.
Beast and EG banned it anyway, but they still had a response carry pick, so maybe they weren't confident enough picking it blind because their strat is somewhat pick strong laners so we can just bypass EG strong laning phase and get into the mid game.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Monkey, it seems like a lot of the strong laners, not just the Beastmaster, have been banned out. Batrider, Timbersaw, Nature's Prophet, Brewmaster, Legion Commander. It is a thin offlane pool right now.
Yeah, there's your Tide Hunters and stuff like that, but I don't know if they want to go that heavy into the team fight outplay.
Yeah, can you
mechanism.
out-execute evil
Yeah,
geniuses?
I don't know if they want to go that route, but it's an option.
Ravage is a pretty big AoE, you know.
Perhaps.
That's
but
one way to try to
I'm not
counter
worried
it.
about the Tide Hunter. I'm not worried about everything that happens after the Ravage. That's when things get tricky. Arkoush, meanwhile, they're trying to target out Arteezy. They will not get another Terrorblade in this game number 2.
Could see a last pick Broodmother. Sounds like an Arkoush pick.
Yeah, actually, I think the literal monkey that's in his wheelhouse.
It is. Ooh, it's getting tempting.
Okay.
Would force some lane shenanigans, right? You force the Mars lane shenanigan. Look off thinking about it.
I'm thinking about their last pick. I don't think you want to play like.
I mean, I think Doom is a decent choice.
I think Doom
can be,
is fine.
Doom can be nice versus Morph. You just
sure.
Doom him. Even if he's morphing, he morphs and loses all damage. You chase him down.
It's a bit greedy, like Doom Ricky. You're playing for a bit later timing. I mentioned Sanking. I still feel like Sanking is decent option. Probably gonna get a bit more bullied compared to Doom.
I feel like Sand King is you're like trying to build a normal lineup though. This is Arkoush,
that's true.
right?
Gotta
So
cheese him.
it's gonna be Coddle or some weird something, you know.
1 second. What's it gonna be? Axe. Okay. That also feels relatively normal.
That is surprisingly straightforward.
Yeah.
They get their blink. Stunner. Maybe they were frustrated last game. They're saying, "Can you stun this guy?" Nobody had a stun. Now they want to stun.
It's a low cooldown stun, so they can control Puck, they can control Morphling, they also lacked an Initiator. So pretty standard stuff coming out from Arkoush Gaming in game number 2. Forsaken Oracle one more time on Razor. Not gonna be in...
You think he's gonna play Razor every game?
Yeah, like... If this goes to game 3, and it should, he's gonna be playing Razor once again.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would love to see Abed pick Meepo against the Forsaken Oracle. I think that could really send that player on a little bit of a mind loop. But it's looking normal. I don't really want normal out of Arkoush. The Ricky's a little bit off the wall. Does it give you enough ammunition to start awakening?
If they have a good laning stage, I think they might have it. You know, Ricky's one of the heroes that could easily snowball once he hits that diffusal blade timing. And they also picked an off-laner that doesn't need that much farm. It's not greedy, so like 15 to 20 minutes if Arkoush Gaming gets the ball rolling. I could see them winning this one.
But more realistically, Avery, what's gonna happen?
It's probably 99 to 1. If we ran it 100 times.
Right.
But that doesn't mean the one can't happen.
That's right.
I think this axe needs to pop off. They need to kill this more 3 or 4 times in the first 10 minutes. And then I think they can get the ball rolling, because Ricky needs some time in this game.
Then let's make these edge case scenarios happen. Start praying to the underworld, start awakening, because we're about to send it to Moxie and Purge for game number 2.
99 to 1. And you know, those scenarios, that's pretty good odds for EG. You know, they might win out of one of those scenarios.
Yeah. The EG, terrible team. Arkoush, very good. It makes a lot of sense that they just would have a big advantage here. They fluked it last game. The chances that happen again are, you know, 1% of 1%. Very low chances. But to start things off at least, it looks like they might be able to get a Jerax kill.
Well, they found Jerax right off the bat. They're going to chase him down. A couple more clicks. Who gets the first blood? It's Forsaken Oracle, and Lord knows he's going to need that nice start.
That's a much better start than he had last game with his tower regen trade. Abed thinking about going to the mid lane to scout for some observer wards, but he realizes the entire frickin' team is bottom, and therefore they couldn't have possibly warded yet. So, do they even know to buy wards? That's another good question. And it actually looks like they do have an. Oh, what a cute little ward here from the Forsaken Oracle. Never will predict that one.
Little cheeky warding, very nice.
Very nice, actually. It's like just far enough away from the mid that it's like difficult to deward, but it gives a great patch of vision right on the Radiant side.
What?
What's up?
What's happening?
Oh, they're doing some shit.
Oh dear, they are definitely just waiting, just wanting this kill on Jerax yet again. The 4-man gank before the 10-second mark. They're just gonna chase after Jerax and get a kill on Pale Horse.
The tough part about this, though, is that Jerax did not TP back to the lane. So this literally, he doesn't give a shit in the slightest at all. Watch this. He's going to teleport back as soon as he respawns. There he goes.
There it is.
And they spent quite a bit of gold on TP to do this. So a little bit rough. Could mean that their a defensive TP is out of the question for a while. But hey, they get a little bit of gold to start, and that's not terrible.
Not a bad start to give it to Pale Horse at the very least.
He's getting it right now.
He
That's
is,
for
yeah.
sure. Just got shot like 15 times.
Look, they did some sacrifices between the matches. They read the entrails. They were like, all right, things are going to be a little rough early on, but they're confident. They know that this is in the bag. Again, 1 to 99.
They had to read their own entrails after last game.
Yes, that's true, but I think they do that for fun anyways.
Probably true. How's the lane going so far? Abed is currently dumpstering 5-4 versus the 1-1. I would say Puck is going to be a lot more effective as a hero here in the mid lane because he's less likely to be killed. He can escape from Razor if he wants to. He can phase shift. Like we don't see a Pucks get phase shift a lot in the laning stage anymore. Like at level 2, most people just go nukes, but it's been pretty effective here as a way to help give him trade advantages against Razor. So I like this small adjustment that Abed's gone for.
Just continuing the harass in the bottom lane here from Monkey. But doesn't seem to be bothering him too much.
Both camps blocked, small camp and large camp in this Axe lane. So things are going pretty equal there as a whole. The opposite side of the map, same thing. Both camps blocked also, so just standard laning stuff. And because Puck should be able to jump around a little bit quicker here, I assume he has a lane advantage against Razor. But it's pretty equal in terms of last hits right now. Both players have bottles. Should I say players or should I say the player and the demon both have a bottle?
The demonic bottle. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Just by holding it, the water becomes tainted.
It does. It turns it from, you know, regular holy-esque water to demon water that burns. Which is pretty impressive because it should actually just burn them, period.
I mean, a little burn in your drink is kind of nice, you know?
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit
Let you know it's working.
something you should never do in Europe, in my experience. Otherwise, people will be upset. But, you know, a little burn goes a long way.
Wait, burning water? What?
Burning food was my joke, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Spice does not exist in this continent. In my
It's a little
experience.
bit lacking. As is Gremlo, who is now dead.
It's got 2 heads, but it's not enough to dodge that gank.
No. There's a lot of clicks going out here. The harass coming out from Abed. Really starting to feel it over there on Forsaken Oracle. Is that the only hero that he plays?
I mean, it's a very... you got to play to your strengths, right? Like, you're playing against frickin' Abed. Abed is very, very good. Play something that's going to be good at lane. That's pretty straightforward. You suck his damage, he can't right-click out-trade you. He can't abuse you quite as much. So if you feel comfortable on this hero, you certainly want to go for something that's going to make sense and is decent in the meta right now if it fits your playstyle. So I think it's fine. Like, and clearly EG doesn't care enough to ban it against him. It's not like
Well, it's
a
not like
problem,
it caused an issue to them last game.
but I think it's safe to say that Abed is a better mid player than Forsaken Oracle, and as a result, I think grab what you're good at. And if he, and so far he's been doing fine against Abed.
Ooh.
There's one, count them up, 1 out of 4. Here we go.
Let's
Arkoush,
go.
awaken. Awaken.
Awaken.
Which one was it? I don't know. Look at this. Incredible damage step. Oh, I think it's a deny. Incredible outplay.
24 damage. Oh my.
He's still
God.
behind by 7 last hits, but that part
Unholy.
was cool. Don't you think like Lil Shredder guns should be more super effective against birds, aka dragons?
Birds? That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
That's how you kill birds. You shoot them.
Yeah, but you don't kill dragons with guns.
The guns probably work against dragons.
No, I
too.
don't think so. I think their skills would be way too tough. I don't think you'd be able to penetrate that. Top lane, this is a little spooky here for Pale Horse, but not quite enough damage to get him down this time.
Received the spear, and once again, Gremlo has transferred his net worth into the net worth of Pale Horse. And what does Pale Horse do? He almost walks up and gets his salve interrupt ahead of time, but it was okay. He made it. He made it through. He's playing a little safe. Oh, Gremlo saved up all of his pennies. He bought a win lace. Really happy for Gremlo here on the back line. He's going to run at 310 movement speed. Good for him.
You think he uses wings more than he needs a lace?
Yeah, that's true. But he uses wind in his wings, so it also
True.
does make sense.
I guess. I'm not sure how much it actually makes sense, but it's more plausible.
Almost Vanguard on Axe. This can be great.
Jarek's making this move over here to the side. He's creeping forward a little bit. Forsaken Oracle sitting down. They've got Crit making the movement in as well. Brain Sap trying to find the opening, not to be able to quite finish off. Well, throw out the Nightmare. Have a little rest here for Crow. Jarek's
The wand? Oh!
sitting a little low. He turns back in.
I think if Jarek's kept running, actually, that Forsaken Oracle doesn't get that kill, because he stopped to attack the creep. I might be wrong, but yeah, ended up playing that perfectly. Played his limits, dodged the second orb, stays alive. Now he can get a haste rune as well. Yeah, it looks like he'll be able to get it, because Abed just used his orb, so the perfect rune on Razor. He's gone for more Plasma Field than Static Link, but this is a good choice. He's against a puck, right? He's not going to be able to leverage that as well, so why not go for a more traditional nuke build? But right now, Pale Horse is still pretty low, and this is the fault of entirely Gremlo for not being there to salve him. So somebody is going to need to cover him. Oh, they messed up their cookie here. They did want to go for the kill, but Nightfall turned at the same time, unfortunately.
A little bit of miscommunication, it happens. Bottom lane, shield crash here from Crow. Monkey doesn't have any mana. He's going to continue to press against Arteezy here.
I like what Monkey did this
Taken
game
over.
with the skill build, though.
Forsaken Oracle just running on in. They know they have no way to cancel out the TP, so
Look at those
he's absolutely
wards.
fine.
Look at all those beautiful wards they have. I think they noticed the Razor rotation, guys. Like we're in three wards, 1 to protect against the TP and run in, and then 2 for the lane rotation. On the bright side, Oracle will be back towards his mid lane again. But yeah, I like what Monkey did with the max battle hunger. It's a better way to deal with the Morphling, who you just want to do a lot of damage to. Like, he's not going to get that many spin hits on him, but if you can just do a lot of damage on the top lane, Ricky looking...
Yeah, it's all Gremlo's fault again.
Yeah, that one is Gremlo's fault. Definitely.
Where was Gremlo?
Oh,
This is
he's-
where you tip him, right?
He was
for
hitting
not
creeps.
being there?
He was hitting creeps in the mid lane, which, you know, sometimes you just want that extra net worth. I get it, but... So they're just going to trade towers here.
He's going to have time in the cage tonight for that one.
Yeah. I mean, he's made a lot of mistakes. I wouldn't be surprised if this last time we see Gremlo. Is this serious?
Top tower going down, though, here, over on the side of EG. Last hit here for Nightfall. That's going to open up the map more.
Would chip vest as well. Gremlo's going to run away with that. He wants it for himself. Not very good on Axe. Everybody knows that.
Ooh, good ice path, though. Not going to be quite enough, as Abed is just a little bit closer. So he'll just orb away.
Gets the DD. Great rune to have on Puck. So good. Turns your side lane ganks into such a more powerful thing. Pale Horse still farming to get what he can, but he's having a rough one. He's got 28 CS versus Nightfall's 60 now. Less than half of the last hits that Mars is dealing with. So that's a rough one for the Riki.
Looks like they're going to try to make some more moves over onto our TZ. We'll open up the ice path. A little bit of a slow. Shield crash. Monkey getting into position. Waveform forward. They just can't seem to get their hands on this Morphling.
Killing him's just almost impossible. Like, they're mostly nuke right now, right? They don't have that much disable. I mean, if Pango's like 6 or something, maybe they have a chance, but for now, worst case, he just morphs some more strength. And he's got Mask of Death as well, so he's going to be able to recover from this too.
They might be able to get a kill on Jerax, though, instead, as he throws out the Nightmare, uses the Brain Sap, hits all of those buttons, gets the spells out, but it's still going to be a death.
Choosing not to chop. Very benevolent Axe.
Yeah, that's like your favorite thing to do. You love that sound.
Everybody loves that sound. It's so cool.
I've got the dust, the spear, the cookie, and a dead Pale Horse.
Ooh, Nightfall teaching Pale Horse a little bit of something about laning, which makes sense. Mars is such a good laner. He's like one of those off laners that just kind of is like jack of all trades, good at everything, good at laning. And he's really just pushing his advantage here over the Riki. Pops the ulti.
The Eye of the Storm? Yep.
I don't know why. I think he thought that Riki, or the
Perhaps there was
Puck
more
was
there.
stuck there. I think he thought that the orb was almost done on Puck and therefore he'd be stuck. But instead it was
Oh dear, the tables, they have turned. Well, follow up though with the ice path. Long range kisses coming into play. Abed giving the clicks. And he'll get the kill on Forsaken Oracle. Crow now trading hits with Abed. Gremlo, considering it, can't do it. Abed does too much damage. Monkey, though, running after him. Ice Path not on the mark. He's just going to be able, again, to dodge away. Get a couple clicks off over here on this tech. Gives him the high five. He's a cheeky player here. Take a little bit of that. Gold on his way out.
Uh-oh.
Land the ice path this time, but they still haven't managed to get their hands on off. In fact, goes forward for the cookie, but jaunts away. Trying to go for some style points. We'll just teleport out, and in the top lane, man, Pale Horse is having a rough one. As he will fall to Nightfall.
He's got nowhere to go, unfortunately. Much rougher game than his previous match, but great setup by Jerax to get that catch. Yeah, he's doing a great job on his main.
You can almost hear the sad neighing signs.
Oh, another D ward too.
Ice Path just again a little bit off the mark here.
That's okay. It's the first time Gremlo's played this hero, so you're gonna make some mistakes, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Again, no thumbs.
I don't know. Jakiro's, I really like him as a support, but he is a little bit tough. It's a lot easier if your frontliners have an initiation themselves, like Axe goes in first, then you just get to follow up stuns with off of those initial stuns. It makes it a lot easier to play, but if you have to skill shot your ice paths, it gets harder, certainly. Extra cast range helps that because your opponents don't necessarily see it coming.
Well, they'll have a way of holding it into place now because Monkey did just finish a Blink Dagger, so
Great.
that'll make it much, well, hopefully, much harder for Gremlo to miss these. He still might miss them, but, you know.
He'll be fine. He's maxing out the ice path first because they know that their mid game is going to be really important. He's going to have less damage like this, but the more points you put into ice path, the more up duration it has. Cooldown goes down, duration goes up. So if you just land like 2 or 3 ice paths in a fight, it does a massive impact in terms of reducing your opponent's damage and getting you some solidified kills. So if they can grab the right disables or maybe even get Riki into the fight, then things should go really well. But they do spot Riki moving across the map. They know what's coming.
Rolling Thunder, they get the call off. That's the Blink reveal. Can they take out Abed fast enough is the question. Missed the chop, but still will find the kill as the Rolling Thunder going back around. They see Crit already using the cookie, and they make a circle right around Crit and bring him down to his death. Though we have Morphling chasing after over on the side. Pale Horse sitting a little bit low. We'll jump over to Gremlo. Gremlo being in the right place at the right time for a change. But they'll still manage to get the kill on Forsaken Oracle. Nightfall's hunting too. He's hoping maybe he can land a spear. Maybe he can get himself a little bit more. But Crow is nearby. Ice Path does get dropped.
Why?
They'll turn back around. Pale Horse giving the clicks out. But they will back away.
Why did he put it there? So good. Did he
No
think,
thumbs. He
did
panicked
he think that he had a
sometimes.
blink dagger or something? I'm not sure. Did they win that fight? I think so, but now EG's hitting the tier 1 tower, so I'm confused. What truly happened?
I mean, they got another double damage. Oh, nice play here from Abed. Fast fingers.
It looks like Morphling got a double kill is what happened.
He
killed
did.
both Forsaken Oracle and Monkey, which is an oof. But they did kill Abed on the puck. That part's good. Abed going for his Witchblade. It's a great item this game. Lots of magic damage. It's going to cut through most of the resistances that Arkoush have. But for now,
This Morphling is starting to just run away, though. Like, he's had so many stacks that he's been able to take, and he's getting a really nice just cash infusion, whereas Pale Horse struggling quite a bit.
yeah, Ricky's not going to catch up very well, basically. He is going to do that with a Hand of Midas, though. Normally, in some of the ways that Ricky's been popular in the past, you basically go 2 routes. You either play a role where you get like a quick item like Diffusal Blade or Yasha and you start getting kills on the map. But when you're doing this, you're not farming. So the alternative way is to go like a Battle Fury build, like the Battle Fury Ags build was a way. That way you could actually farm quicker to get some AoE out of your hero. But he's been able to do neither of those things. He wasn't able to get a fast item because he had a rough time, and he wasn't able to get Battle Fury because he was having a rough time. So he's saying, I'm going to buy a Midas. That way, if I'm ganking, the times in between, I will have more farm potential. And he's going to get some extra levels from this, too. So I would say this is not ideal. You should never like rush Midas, but in this game circumstance, I think buying a Battle Fury now is not going to save him. This is probably the best of both solutions, other than buying like maybe buys a Diffusal and he uses that to get kills, but that's kind of difficult as well.
Well, we get the Blink Dagger picked up for the Mars, so we're going to see a big smoke play coming out from the side of EG. They're going to try to make some moves around the map, get themselves a pick-off. They just need to find the right angle. Arteezy already just up in that dire jungle, doing some scouting. Thinking about hitting these creeps. They get the jump forward on Forsaken Oracle, though. They'll pin him to the side of the arena. They'll even use the Mortimer Kisses. That's still going to be Abed who gets the final hit. And just like that, with the extreme efficiency that is EG, they will take an objective.
Instantly crushed there. Like dual breath in the creep wave to pull it off isn't going to do anything here. It's a tough one. They put a sentry down to spot if that was where Forsaken Oracle got spotted, but I mean, they were just lying in wait. They put this Observer down outside the tier 1, and once they see him, they jump and kill him instantly because they know he doesn't have BKB. So as long as they get him with the Mars Arena Spear, and then the Fire Snap Cookies, or the Mortimer's Kisses get all land on him, he dies no matter what. It's very difficult for them to keep him alive on the Razor side. They have no saves, so kind of a tough position. Because they're supposed to be ideally getting ahead and getting kills is the goal, but
I think that's always the goal, right?
it's worse now because they need kills, because they don't naturally farm. Like if you have a farmer, then you can sit back and hit creeps or something, but they don't have that opportunity, unfortunately.
The pings are coming out.
Yeah.
Got Jerax nearby.
Yeah, Nightfall there TP'd in. He was hoping, he knew that Ricky was there, he was hoping he would show that he could go in and disable him, but very wisely, Pale Horse ends up using Blink Strike to secure one more last hit without showing his hero. So that he was hoping, like, oh, Ricky's here, just need detection. So Jerax didn't get there in time. But could have been bad. Little chop.
Little chop
Manta.
indeed. That was the Manta.
Not bad, because, yeah, he was only 300 from Manta.
That's a good item to stall, if possible. Smoke, though, over here on the side of EG. Combing through that dire jungle. It is, of course, always the Forsaken Oracle that they seem to walk into first. Just getting some of that drain. Pale Horse joining up, though. Gremlo following up with the Ice Path. Still not quite on the mark here, as they'll get the kill on Forsaken Oracle. They'll get the kill on Pale Horse. And they're looking for a little Gremlo action, too. 1, 2, 3. It's a triple kill for Arteezy.
That was terrifying. Turning it into the Razor and attacking with it. Like, Morphling already has lots of attack speed from this agility, and that was impressive. Very scary. And they're going to instantly turn that into an easy Roche now that they crushed that fight. I think it's pretty safe to say that the linchpin in their draft was No, I have no idea. But clearly Ricky has struggled in this laning stage against Mars. He gets harassed easy. He gets comboed easily. Jakiro can stabilize a little bit, but hasn't been able to do it that much. And now they're just in a bad place, getting killed too much. But maybe this
turn
game.
back around. They have the taunt. The Ice Path landing this time around. They do have that Blade Mail. Jerax knowing that he can probably... Oh, no, he can't. Not with Crow jumping in at the last second. It will be considerably harder, though, of course, to grab Ovid.
That was a close one. Yeah, if they have macro power, that kills a lot easier, but it was on cooldown. In the meantime, the Oracle's going to slow down the mid push a bit. Still aiming for his BKB so that they can take decent fights, but the net worth advantage is getting really bad now. And Nightfall is still on top right here. I mean, he's an excellent carry. Played for VP for a very long time, very talented player. And he's making it work this game. It's like one of those things where you play him in the offlane, like he knows how to farm. He knows where it's safe to play in the map generally, so he should be able to get away with this and keep his net worth on top for the majority of the game. He's doing a great job on it.
Immediately jumping forward over onto Pale Horse. They've got the vision. They just absolutely obliterate him. And they try to get their hands on Ovid, but he's just so slippery. He even has a haster. It's very difficult. The Rolling Thunder, though, coming through. Can they finish him off? No, he's able to dodge at the right second. Not going to be able to get the kill. The Nightmare comes out from Jerax. They'll turn it back around with the Fiend Script.
So
Gets the
sick.
kill on Monkey.
Dude, that Nightmare was so good to save Abed there. He would have been called almost for sure. They almost get Abed, but phase shift pays off. He ends up staying alive due to the Nightmare from Jerax, and once again, another lost team fight for Arkoush. This is about what we expected when we started the day, but it's looking bad. Looking bad for Arkoush. They're not keeping net worth advantage. Their scaling isn't going to be as good. Their pickoff potential takes 2 to 3 heroes every time. Tough one for them.
Another spear to your own tower.
Oh,
that
no.
feels so bad. Pale Horse.
His
Sad
Midas.
thing sounds.
He just wanted a Midas so badly. They've punished him so much. Ricky's raw HP is pretty weak when you're this under-leveled and you've already died 5 times. So it's really hurting him when he gets comboed like this.
Again, look at Arteezy. No fear at all here. Is getting drained a little bit from Forsaken Oracle. Is going to pop his BKB. They can chase after him, but they're going to need a little bit more to hold him into play. Same thing with Abed. They just don't have that lockdown available right now as Jerax is going to teleport out. And they'll go for the Rolling Thunder to cancel out the TP, but this is just a support. Throws himself into the Nightmare as Arteezy hitting away over here on the side. Should get the kill on Forsaken Oracle. Jerax does eventually fall, but they use the Dream Coil on the back lines, and now they're just poking away over at Monkey. The snap coming through. That is a dead Monkey, and they're looking for Grumlow. Oh, Grumlow, your Ice Path is not going to be enough to save you. One more plink, and Crit will get the kill.
And he just TPs out early. He's like, okay, I'm fine. Let's go save myself a little time. My team's going to clean this up. Abed cleans up Pro on the side. I mean, Jerax was supposed to die a lot earlier there. He ends up nightmaring himself on that second pass-through of the Rolling Thunder, which just delays Arkoush's attempts to go to the next target instead. And in the meantime, Pale Horse is still trying to catch up. He's like, I would love a Diffusal Blade so I could do a little bit more damage. Was Midas the right choice? Probably, maybe. But it's a bad game already is the issue. They're just so far behind. It's hard for them to win fights.
I mean, on the bright side, they're so low level on the side of Arkoush that they're going to be right up again.
See if he gets the dust ready.
Nice, just pinning him over to the tree again. Jerax nearby, drops the sentry, waiting patiently. Just have to get their hands on there's the dust, and Jerax is just
Oh my god.
having a good time this game. They do manage to take down the Aegis, though.
That's big.
That is big, but the rest of the team is on their way. Can they just lock him down fast enough? It's looking pretty darn good. Knight's Nightmare coming through. Need a little bit more damage to take down the Morph.
No,
this
this
saved him. Because Gremlo falls. Monkey will fall too. Somehow our team's still alive. Crow next to fall. And Nightfall, he just finishes up with a triple kill. Gremlo, he's big Angie. He wants this kill. He wants to kill Arteezy. I don't think he has the damage. I think that's a very, very dead offering to the Nightfall god.
It was Jerax again. He once again nightmares him, and it keeps him alive for just long enough. He was taking a lot of damage, but the Nightmare prevents the death. He even gripped in there too. I wouldn't be surprised if that was like Monkey getting gripped so he couldn't chop him or something like that. I was just staring at his HP level, then it goes away because he's invulnerable for a second. And once again, Arkoush gets wiped. 16K gold deficit now. Avery was right. 1 out of 100.
Hashtag Avery was right.
This was like the 75th percentile.
Monkey jumps forward, already prepared though, right in time. JerAx in the back line, they tried to blow him up, but they're not going to be able to. And even throughout the tip, this is looking like a dead crow. Oh, now he's got the roll-up. He'll survive a little bit longer as Forsaken Oracle looking for the angle. They're thinking about re-engaging. They threw out the puck for him, the waveform forward over onto Oracle. He's trying to run away as fast as he can. There's just so much damage coming out from Arteezy. They'll get the kill on Forsaken Oracle. This is not looking good for Monkey. Monkey trying to break some ankles, trying to hide in the tree line. He just gets blown up. Pale Horse jumping forward. They want to at least get a kill on one of these supports, but it's proving to be very, very difficult as they finally get the kill on JerAx. They've already lost Gramlow, and they'll lose Pale Horse to boot.
Dude, what a hard game.
There's the GG.
Arkoush completely dismantled in this match.
Oh,
JerAx
rampage.
constantly breaking ankles. I mean, just Arteezy anticipating that somebody was going to initiate himself, and he just E-blade himself. Like, oh, Blade Mail's literally the only way I die here, so I'm just going to E-blade myself. I get called, and he's just like, all right, no problem, I can't attack you. No way to take damage. Like, they were just on another level this game that after the first match, they just got in their opponent's heads. Clearly, Arkoush tried to do the opposite, but it didn't work well enough, and EG takes a very clean 2-0.
Can we talk about the button pushing, though, coming out from